Today it's 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Wemimo Adewuni. Welcome to the best part of your week. Oh yeah. This is where I give you a rundown of all the biggest stories Nigeria talked about this week, and I do this in a bid to remind you of the biggest stories so that you can stay on them. You know, a lot happens in Nigeria and we tend to forget them. So my job every Friday is to ensure that you stay reminded. The show is live on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. Join me there and leave me your thoughts and comments on the show. If you're ready, I am. As usual, I came with a truckload full of stuff for you today. So let's get started. No time to waste. If you're calling in to join me on the show, please remember to keep it as short and sweet as possible so I can get in as many people as possible. All right. So I'm taking you through the dollar issue, CBN versus BDC. I'm taking you through COVID-19 and the third wave of the Delta variant. I'm taking you through the biggest story in the health sector of the strike of the resident doctors. I'm taking you through the Abba Kyari issue, election matters, and so many things happening. So here you are. Remember that you should also follow us on our social media handles, Nigeria Info FM. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. On Instagram is Nigeria Info FM Lagos. Also remember to download that app. I've said this how many times on this show today. Remember to download it so you can take us with you anywhere you are. Let's go. Let's start by giving priority to our doctors. The issue is a big issue. On Monday, we began by telling you that the resident doctors in Nigeria resumed an indefinite nationwide strike. Today's the 5th day of this strike. And the sad thing is, like it told us, they have no idea when they're getting back to work. Now, the health workers are assuring the federal government that the no work, no pay directive will not make them call up the industrial action. They're calling the government's bluff. Most patients criticize the federal government and they're not happy with the fact that the government cannot come to terms with the striking doctors. Okay, we took a look at how this affects you in Lagos. We had our reporters. I was also out across various hospitals in Lagos, and we brought back reports. Let's start off with earlier in the week. I spoke with the president of the National Association of Resident Doctors, Dr. Okoye Suyi, and he told me that only the federal government can determine when this strike of theirs will end. Listen to this.
The duration of the strike will be determined by the government, not us. We have had so many negotiations with the government over 78 times this year, training from sending people on memorandum of understanding, memorandum of actions, and up to now it has not bear fruit. So they had one 2 weeks ago where we laid to bear all the things we wrote down on our memorandum of actions, and as it speaks, none have been achieved.
All right. He also said to me that the 19 members of theirs have died to COVID, and that there's also non-payment of salaries running to months, and also that the non-payment of COVID-19 hazard allowance for those fighting the pandemic. Listen again.
The essence of the strike is based on an ultimatum given to government on the 31st of January that was reviewed on the 31st of March 2021 concerning the welfare of our members, starting from those we lost due to COVID-19. 19 of our members we lost. Also, no hazard allowance. Hazard allowance of 5,000 naira have been paid to members since 1991. Also, we have members on the Gift Mix platform that have not been paid, ranging from 3 to 6 months salaries all over the country. Doctors are human beings also, and they have a life to live, and they have food to feed their family, and that should be considered when you ask the government to be more responsible.
All right, here you go. He said that they've not been paid COVID-19 allowance since 1991. That shocked me. We also had the NARD Vice President, Dr. Christopher Adejo, on the Money Crossfire, who argued that doctors do not go on strike for selfish reasons. Here's what he said.
No retreat, no surrender means we are not backing down until our demands are met. And the Congress, we plead with them. Now we will not. If you want the best, if you want doctors to give charity work, train them free, feed them, take care of their responsibilities. No doctor goes on strike because of selfish reason. When we go on strike, it's because we have no other option. So you are insensitive to the plight of Nigerians because we cannot continue working when we know that we cannot give our best.
It says if you want free work, if you want us to do charity, train us for free, take care of all our needs, and then possibly we'll work for free. Now, we went around Lagos, so we had our correspondent Hope Uzo, who visited the hospital at Idiaraba. She reported to Yvonne Ohaifo on the news about what she saw at Idiaraba.
Okay, first and foremost, I couldn't get a doctor to speak, so I was able to speak with some patients.
Right.
And they were asked to go home and be scheduled due to the ongoing strike. So we had just 1 or 2 doctors on ground, and these doctors attended to patients that needed their test results to be reviewed.
All right, there you go. Only people who needed their test result reviewed, only those who had emergency cases. I also went to the FMC at Ebute Metta. I brought back a report. You can hear a part of it.
And I was there early this morning, and I went around the Federal Medical Center. Ebute Metta today is pretty scanty. I spoke to some patients, a few of them who were waiting, hanging around in hopes that the few consultants who were on ground will be able to attend to them. Apparently, with what I gathered, because there are very few doctors on ground, most of them being consultants, they decided not to see more than 20 patients.
There you go. The consultant in many of those occasions decided not to see more than 20 patients. Tell me your thoughts on this hot take. 0700 993 993 993. But from the government side, we've got response. The government is not pleased with the effect of the strike. On Tuesday, the federal government appealed through the Minister of State for Health, Dr. Olorunimbe Mamora, to the leadership of NARD to return to the negotiating table. Remember that NARD had said that they've been negotiating and asking for negotiations about 3 times this year alone. All right. Resident doctors are off work. So what's your thoughts about this? Now, let's talk about the indictment of Super Cop Abba Kyari. He's been suspended by the Police Service Commission, while the former commander of the Rapid Response Squad in Lagos State, Tunji Disu, has replaced him as the new head of Police Intelligence Response Team. Okay, you know the story, right? Now, the Inspector General of Police approved the appointment of Tunji Disu, a Deputy Commissioner of Police, as a new head of the Police Intelligence Response Team. That's the update on that. Jogging things up, let's talk about COVID-19. The third wave, the Delta variant, is here. More deaths recorded across the country at an alarming rate. Nigeria has received 4.8 million doses of the Moderna vaccine donated by the U.S. government, which arrived on Sunday. We hear that 600,000 of those doses are now in Lagos State. These vaccines have been approved by NAFDAC in July. We hear that more AstraZeneca vaccines are being expected in the country. Dr. Faisal Shoaib, who is the Executive Director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, had this to say about the vaccines.
Will be coming to Nigeria and will be able to cater for those people who have taken their first doses. We'll give them second doses, but beyond that, there will be additional opportunities for people to be given AstraZeneca vaccine if that is what their preference is.
All right. We all had on the show on Tuesday on the Morning Crossfire the NCDC's head of Risk Communication Division, Dr. Yaya Disu, who said that COVID-19 vaccination does not prevent subsequent infection, but he explained the advantage of the vaccine.
The mere fact that you are vaccinated does not mean that you cannot be infected. It does not stop infection. It does not stop exposure. It depends on our genetic predisposition and so many other factors. Some people may react immediately, mobilize antibodies to destroy this virus. For the time your body prepares that antibody, the virus continues to multiply. But the benefit of those who are vaccinated is eventually the body will overcome it and it will have minimal impact on that person.
There you go. The governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, said that those who have taken the AstraZeneca vaccine as first dose should not take the Moderna vaccine as second dose. He's also encouraging you to take non-pharmaceutical protocols and compliance very seriously.
Detect as directed by the Presidential Steering Committee, passengers that are coming from the red zone countries. There are countries that have been designated as red zones, which are India, South Africa, Brazil, and Turkey. They are required to observe what we call the mandatory isolation. So meaning that anybody traveling into the country from this, they are meant to have a mandatory 7-day isolation.
All right. Here you go. You can call me up and tell me what your thoughts are on these. Death toll have increased, unfortunately, in Lagos State. We heard last week or earlier in the on Monday that we had about 30 deaths in 1 week at a point. Really alarming. All right. What's your thoughts on these stories? You've got 3, the COVID-19 pandemic. You've got Abba Kyari, and I've also told you about the strike of the doctors. 0700 993 993 993. Female caller, reach me on 014657190. Let's get started. Hello. Good morning.
Morning, Wemimo.
Welcome.
Adegoke from Lekki.
Welcome.
First of all, the doctors strike. What negotiation are the government calling for again? Negotiating for what? Haven't they been negotiating all this while? Action is what we need. Pay these doctors. Give them all they want. They need to be equipped. Cut down the salaries and allowances of these well-fed, overfed senators that we have. Abba Kyari's case, I feel less concerned about that case. They go handle themselves. He should report himself to the court that summoned him, and then he should prove that he didn't do what he was said to have done. Good morning.
Thank you very much for calling. I'll take some comments also from Facebook, so we go back and forth. Facebook, YouTube. Unfortunately, I can't do WhatsApp today. Please bear with me. So make do with Facebook, YouTube, and the calls. Esther Achibong says, Wemimo, good morning. This is on Facebook. It's so sad that our government are not taking care of doctors, the lifesavers in Nigeria, yet the same government is going out of the country to be treated by doctors and lifesavers abroad. This government is a complete failure to us. Esther Achibong, thank you very much. All right, let's see who's here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, please. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, my name is Esther.
Welcome, Esther.
Yeah, I want to comment on the doctors in strike and the federal government.
Okay.
It is really sad that we are into this mess all together. It is painful that...
Hello, Esther. All right, sorry about that. Please try again if you can. Sam is here from Ikorodu. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Welcome. Welcome, Sam.
If the government can come out to tell the doctors they will go back to negotiation, it is a mission of failure and disappointment on the part of the government. Both the Minister of Labour and the Minister of Health should resign and give room to other people that can do the work. That is my take. Thank
you very much. Tell me a hot take in few seconds as possible. I'm back on Facebook. Femi Tawo says the president went to the UK for educational summit when almost the whole northern region are off school due to insecurity. The president went to the UK for treatment and doctors are on strike. Is that not an irony? It's that not... If on I like, make on I die, concern me. That's the current situation. And it says it's sad. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Wemimo.
Good morning. What's your name? What's your hot take?
My name is Joy. My hot take is on the doctors being on strike.
Okay.
Yes, I truly support that. But on the long run, or really on the short run, my advice would be for us to push for a bill for all the political holders to be in Nigeria, to take their medical whatever here in Nigeria. If you want to take any political office, please, you do not need to travel out for any medical attention, no matter what it is. Even if you have a pending whatever with any doctor outside the country, let them come down here and treat you. So will it also be for your family. So with this so doing, they will know how to, put equipment and make our public health system work well.
Right.
Then also, do you also know that the so-called isolation center is not free? Are you aware that place is not free?
The government isolation center?
Yes. Yes, I have people who have gone there. They'll ask them to deposit. You can find out from other people. They ask them to deposit as much as 2.5 million, 800,000 to take it. That is why Nigerians are not coming out to say they want to go to isolation center. Forget all this. Nigeria is just working and they call quiet. See, we need to make these things. Other countries, it is free.
I will surely find out about this, but thank you very much for bringing it up. Thank you very much for bringing it up.
Find out.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. Wow. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Thank you. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Wemimo.
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
This is Pastor Ladipo calling from Orilegon.
What's your hot take?
My hot take is on this issue of the embarrassments we faced in this Olympic. For me, I wish this our honorable minister should honorably resign. The man, because this thing has cost us a national and international embarrassment. Is my own hot take. Because see, it tells us that almost every sector is not functioning. Sport again, that is even helping us to even gather ourselves to rejoice a little bit.
Yeah. I feel you.
Now the man should resign. Thank you. And God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Eze is on the line from Ijebu-Ode. Thank you for holding on. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Wemimo.
Welcome. What's your hot take?
Yes, you see, our government, it's better we go and learn from other countries how they treat their citizens, how they treat those who take care of life, because life is important.
Yeah.
If it happens that this COVID-19 is happening like India or any other country in the other outside world, is that how they will treat us? So that is the thing that should reason. Come to a negotiation table. Every 3 months we come to a negotiation table, and you cannot implement what you negotiate with people.
Right.
So I don't know what they are doing. Let the doctors remain as they are until when they are ready to negotiate within themselves and do the right thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. That's who's here. Hello. Good morning. Oops. Sorry about that. Please try again if you can. All right. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your hot take? What's your name?
Thank you. I want to talk about, my name is Michael from Moe.
Welcome.
I want to talk about the striking doctors.
Okay.
In fact, they should think that we are all human beings. You can't, because you need something, your neighbor is dying, you watch him dying. The government did not deny them what they want. You go into them, but they should consider people that are dying. And on Abba Kyari or something like that, please, they should temper justice with mercy. Abba Kyari has done a lot. Before you arrest a thief, you have to prepare as a thief. Abba Kyari can arrest a scammer because he has to prepare like a scammer himself. So they should pardon him.
Okay.
Yeah, they had promote him. He cannot remain in that position.
You mean they should promote Abba Kyari?
Yes.
Why?
They should promote him. He has done a lot. What he has done before now, he did a lot. It's this one that is bringing him down.
So we should ignore this one and promote him.
It's not by ignoring, but he has to be promoted. He has done a lot before now. He don't have problem.
Okay.
Yes, you should pardon him. He can't remain in that position. Another person has to be there.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's quite a thought. What? Okay. Hello.
Wemimo, how are you?
I'm okay. All the things I hear on this radio. Well, hi. Good morning. How are you?
My name is Alex. I want to take on exactly from that point you said, the things I hear on this radio. Let me tell you, Wemimo, this is an open mic session for every Nigerian citizen to call in and speak. But I want to say this, that at some point, if we want this country to get better, right, we will have to isolate ourselves, people who are educated enough to have an informed debate on how things should work in a functioning economy. We cannot have people who are putting out in the open information that people like Abba Kyari should be forgiven. On the basis of what? Should we not even agree on the standards of which he will be forgiven?
He said he has done quite a lot in the past.
Come on, you are talking about a crime here. At what point, when you are a citizen, at what point will the police look at you and say, because of how good, how beautiful you look, let us leave you to go for the crime of killing your neighbor? And he's telling us that the government of the doctors should come back to work. Let me tell you something. If you have ever had a younger sibling who went to school, who you contributed in training in medical school, come back to you to continue to beg for survival, you will know.
All right, I'm sorry, but I need to go on a break. I'll be right back.
This is a public service announcement. Ongoing recruitment for an independent brand manager at an international company with the most history worldwide. Do you have a car and a valid driver's license? Are you enterprising with a positive attitude, ready to take advantage of an amazing business opportunity? If so, please call 081 5705 0505 or 0905 63 74258 to book for an interview.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Did you know chronic stress from work or lifestyle habits may result in fatigue, headaches, and pains? Stress reduces the body's ability to fight diseases, leaving you vulnerable. Your day will be much better knowing you have the right immune support to help you combat symptoms of stress. Immune Active is a premium blend of high-strength vitamin C, zinc, and selenium that helps prevent recurring diseases, improves skin radiance, and boosts confidence. Activate your immune system today with Immune Active. Available at any leading pharmacy store near you and online at oaklifevitamins.com.
Every step you take, every move you make.
So, when it comes to investing, what do you look out for in a company?
See, it's the competence for me. They should have a track record of success in the past.
For me, it's their client base. How many clients do they have signed on? I mean, thousands of people can't be wrong.
They have to care about me. Only a company that truly cares can really look out for my interests.
At ARM, we want to help you achieve your goals because when you succeed, we succeed. Visit www.arm.com.ng and let's talk. ARM, invested in your tomorrow.
My family loves the new Kellogg's Cornflakes, the original. So this is how my mornings go now.
Give me my Kellogg's, my tasty Kellogg's Cornflakes. I love my Kellogg's, my crunchy Kellogg's Cornflakes. The original, nutritious.
Reintroducing Kellogg's Cornflakes. For a great start to the day, go grab the new Kellogg's Cornflakes now.
Do you know there are over 170 careers in the construction industry? Construction is not for men alone. Besides, what a man can do, a woman can do too. For more information, visit our website at www.interbalfoundation.org to download the careers in the construction pamphlet. Connect with us on our social media handles at Interbal Foundation on Instagram and on Twitter at InterbalFDN for more updates. This information is exclusively for ladies.
Yes! I won! Oh my god! It's home! Guys, since I joined Biggie Bets, I have been cashing out daily. You don't mean it? Look at you. Let me tell you, they offer 120% welcome bonus, bigger odds, 315% accumulator bonus, got one bonus, and you can even cash out anytime, whether in a shop or online. They also have the best virtual games and jackpots. Hey, you see? They even pay winnings instantly. Guy, choose bigger rewards. Visit www.biggiebets.com. Sign up or become an agent now. Biggie Bets. Bigger reward. Bigger life.
In the information era, facts, events, and news are available at the click of a button. The information flow is enormous, which makes the financial markets unpredictable. As a trader, you need to have a strategy, and most importantly, you need a trustworthy partner that will simplify things for you. Hot Forex is serious about its responsibilities to you. With its origin dating back to 2010, we are a multi-regulated broker with over 2 million live accounts, wide global presence, more than 35 international awards, tight spreads, multiple assets, reliable fast execution, technological innovation, and multiple account types. The Hot Forex team is always ready to deliver trading services and free trading education that you can rely on every time. And this is not just a mission, it's a promise. Visit the Hot Forex Educational Centers at 3rd floor, Warala House, 90 Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos, or call 0908-517-6394 or visit www.hotforex.com. Hot Forex, for traders that want more.
For a healthy family.
Charles! Yes, mommy? Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me. Why 2? Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the any germs.
But I don't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them, but they are there. And that is why I trust only Hypobleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of Hypobleach. It's that time of the year again. Yep. MTN is looking for the brightest minds, the smartest heads in the room, the ones who stand out and are looking to create the future. If that sounds like you, then you are in luck. The MTN Scholarships is for you. MTN has awarded over 4,000 student scholarships in 11 years. And this year, 370 students will have the chance to benefit from the MTN scholarships. This includes scholarship for science and technology students, scholarship for blind students, and the 2021 Top 10 UTME candidates. To apply, visit mtnonline.com/scholarships now. Entries close August 15th, 2021. Create the future with MTN.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Mommy Shade, this child looks sickly. Try and take her to the hospital. I wish I could, but the expenses are too much. Don't tell me you have not heard about LSHS Ilera Eko. Ilera Eko? What is that?
Lagos Health is our wealth. Ilera Eko.
Oh yes, Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has designed an affordable and quality healthcare scheme for Lagos residents. In Ilera Eko, at your convenience, you can have access to antenatal, delivery, immunization, management of hypertension, diabetes and other illnesses, family planning and basic emergencies. Register with Ilera Eko branded agents and at the nearest Ilera Eko branded outlets. Pay 40,000 naira annual subscription for a family package or 8,500 naira for an individual package and start to experience peace of mind. For more information, call 0700 Ilera Eko or 0800 Ask Lashma or visit www.lashma.com. Ilera Eko, affordable and quality healthcare for Lagos residents.
Na mago can't join Adonkia, na im make Nigeria no fit develop as e for be. Our work na to report mago where fit make life not jolly for we country people. See something, say something. Blow the whistle today, may you report mago and bad things where people no go know. You fit send any kind information go tips@corruptionanonymous.org or call 0811 877 1666 or the Presidential Initiative on Continuous Audit Picker on top 0909 806 7946. If you also report to any agency where they fight corruption like EFCC, ICPC, Code of Conduct Bureau, or the Nigeria Police, this message now from the African Center for Media and Information Literacy, AfriCMIL, with support of MacArthur Foundation.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
The biggest stories from the week.
Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila.
Nigeria Info FM presents Hot Takes with Wemimo Adewuni, Fridays 8 to 9 a.m. Let's have a review of the biggest stories that got Nigeria talking this week. Right here on your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Hot Takes with Wemimo Adewuni.
Welcome back, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Hot Takes. My name is Wemimo Adewuni, and on the show this morning, I've taken you through quite some of the biggest stories that Nigeria talked about earlier this week, and we have some more. So let's get started. I've heard quite interesting hot takes today, so I had to take a breather off that. Okay, let's get going. Now let's talk about the CBN versus Bureau de Change matter. Recall that last week, on Tuesday precisely, 27th of June, the Apex Bank of Nigeria announced that it's going to stop giving forex or selling forex to BDC operators in Nigeria. And people reacted on various levels so that we had analyst Zila Kariwe as guest on the Morning Crossfire on Tuesday to take a look again at how much effect that ban has been on trading and buying and using of forex. Now, he said that the new CBN policy banning the sale of forex to Bureau de Change is insignificant and therefore it's not a top priority to Nigerians. According to him, the operating license of BDCs have not been revoked, but that the central bank just would not supply them forex. So possibly they'll get forex from elsewhere. But listen to precisely what Zeal said.
Regarding Bureau de Change, I was expecting significantly more efficient policies. This is necessary, but in terms of the ranking, in terms of necessity, efficiency, and utility to what we're going through, it's very low. It's still necessary, don't get me wrong, but in terms of priority, this is not the top priority. And for the past maybe 2 years, there's been a dollar scarcity, so that even if you have all the documentation for a legitimate import, you may not get the dollars because it is scarce. A BDC does not provide foreign exchange for imports.
There you go. They do not provide foreign exchange for import. So is this really priority for Nigerians, or is it insignificant? You can tell me how you've been affected over a week after the ban. Also, the Central Bank of Nigeria assured Nigeria that foreign exchange in domiciliary accounts would not be converted to Naira. What a relief for many of you. Now, Osita Wanisobi, the Apex Bank's acting director in charge of corporate communications, made that clarification following speculations after the announcement about the stoppage of forex to Bureau de Change. Now, according to him, and I quote, "At no time did the CBN ever imply that it would tinker with the foreign exchange deposit of customers." So we're clear on that, right? You can tell me your thoughts on these. Now, ahead of the 2023 general elections, former chairman of INEC, Professor Tahiru Jega, made quite a statement that got everyone talking. He cautioned Nigerians against voting for either APC or PDP. For him, both parties are synonymous with corruption. He was speaking in Kaduna State, where Jega alleged that those in the major political parties have destroyed everything and had made the parties so stigmatized that whichever good person joins the parties will be considered just like them. Now, he's asking you, everyone, the masses, to choose a credible alternative. Okay. But both parties agreed on something, which is very, very unusual for you to hear. Now, that happened during Hard Facts on Tuesday. On the issue of preference for indirect primaries, the Lagos PDP Publicity Secretary, Taufik Gani, and the Lagos APC Publicity Secretary, Sheye Oladejo, were both on Hard Facts on Nigeria Info, and they gave their reasons for their unilateral agreement on this matter. Let's listen first to what the PDP spokesperson said.
A PDP in Lagos State that has at least 6 million. You understand? 6 million people, if we mobilize fully 6 million, we want to convert those 6 million where it's not likely that it is practicable.
In the past, when we try to have free for all open primaries and the rest of it, it is always turned violent and more difficult to manage the crisis thereafter. And I think that's why the leaders and members of the party thought in their wisdom that we should find a way to reach a consensus for candidates to emerge. And for instance, in our state has always worked.
For those of you who do not understand what the indirect primaries mean, is that when there's going to be a primary, the parties make use of delegates. So there are selected people who represent the whole. So instead of having every party member come line up to vote, you have delegates. But what has happened with the issue of delegates is that the delegates get richer. You know how it works during the elections, because now you have to lobby these delegates to vote for you. And most times I've spoken to some politicians and they tell me that they are so happy that there will be no longer indirect primaries. Will this work, or will this just mean that the politicians will need to spend more money having to canvass more people to vote for them? Delegates make money from indirect primaries, because it's the highest bidder. If you pay me well, I'll vote for you. But it's not even sure that I'm going to vote for you. I can assure you that I'll vote for you. I can do whatever I want when I get there. Okay, but both parties agreed that they wanted indirect primaries to continue. All right. Now, Let's move on to take your comments on Jega's advice to you not to vote for either the APC or the PDP, but to look for other credible, according to him, credible alternative. Also, the issue of indirect primaries. You can tell me your thoughts on that. And I'm going to touch on education. Also, the federal government says that it has had a successful meeting with ASUU, where both parties evaluated the implementation of a previous memorandum of action. According to the Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngige, 7 key issues were evaluated by both parties and they expressed satisfaction with the implementation stages. Now, he said that some of the items in the MOA were already 100% completed. Cool, right?
We are hopeful that after this week, the releases will be done because the final report of the audit being done by the implementation committee will have been finished. Apart from the end allowance of 40 billion which we paid for the 2021 year that is captured in the 2021 supplementary budget of the Federation.
All right, that's what he says. Moving this up a bit before I go to the phone lines, ASUU also had a response to that. The ASUU president, Professor Emmanuel Oshodeke, promised that the union would reach out to its members.
So what they have done now is that when they release a team, even made up of our members also were sent to look at all of them, so that universities that had poorly mismanaged that fund will be account for it before they get the next one.
All right. Remember, the president had also promised that there will be some 50% improvements of the educational system. He said this at the UK summit last week. And the ASUU saying, oh, okay, we're going to consider everything and would find a way around it. So possibly there will be no ASUU strike, and hopefully. Can I quickly touch on the judiciary before I go to the phone line so I can take everything together? Now, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, says he wants the prosecution of alleged sponsors of terrorism. He wrote a letter to the Attorney General and he says he wants the government to prosecute 400 persons reported to have been arrested. He's also asking for information on the charges which ought to have been filed against these persons that were arrested as terrorism sponsors. He reminded the Attorney General that his office promised to prosecute the alleged sponsors after the strike. And the strike is over. So bring them to court. All right. Also, although the Lagos government is providing alternative routes, we have started hearing of insinuations about the planned traffic diversion, which will happen at the National Theatre Marina Axis in Lagos. The government announced that the renovation would take 7 months, and they're working on the Blue Line rail project, which might cause huge gridlock. The Commissioner for Transportation, Frederick Oladende, on Tuesday announced that the road diversion will start from next Monday. So watch out, plan your movement. If you need to leave the house earlier, you might just need to plan for that. Okay, now let's take this one also. Waste management. Someone called this one in to say they're paying double the amount now for waste management. Well, good news. The Lagos State got a big boost by officially commissioning 102 brand new locally assembled, I need to emphasize that, brand new, locally assembled compactor trucks. Compactor trucks are those trucks that pick up your waste, press them up together so there's space for more. You know, those PSP trucks. Yeah, that's it. And 100 double Dino bins, right? By the governor. The governor commissioned this in Ikeja last week, and he says the Lagosians must learn to dispose their waste properly.
And the other challenge is people will come from one neighborhood and come and dump refuse in another neighborhood for whatever reason. That's why we appeal and say to people that, right, if you are in tenements, PSP operators are there, you should patronize your PSP operators and pay them not a lot of money. 5,000, 2,000 is really what they're asking people to pay. And for you to be able to have a clean environment, that's the least we can do.
Okay, finally, so I can leave you to take the rest of the day with your calls. One of my callers already hinted this. Nigeria got embarrassed again in sport. There was a video online. I mean, I just put my hand on my head when I saw the video. One of our athletes, Chukwuebuka Enekwechi, put out a video of himself washing his jersey with a video when you made the Olympic final, but you have only one jersey. Quite a complicated issue. Sporting politics ego rubbing off between the two factions of the AFN, Athletics Federation of Nigeria, leading to such internal embarrassment, and Puma withdrawing their endorsement and support for Nigerian athletes on the at the Olympics. It pained me personally, but hey, I mean, who's going to get the blame for that? That's a question we're still asking. Would anybody get reprimanded because of these? Most of the athletes had one jersey each, so they had to do wash and wear. But one of the factions of the AFN had secured a sponsorship from Puma, and the kits were in Tokyo. That's the part I couldn't understand. The kit, the full bag of kits, jersey, shoes, everything was in Tokyo. But because of the other faction, which we hear is supported by the sports minister, they were not in good terms. They refused to let the athletes wear the Puma jerseys. So they quickly made locally. It's good that it was locally made. They quickly made locally made wares for them, but they all got one each for the whole of the tournament. Amazing, right? All right. You've got the phone lines now. 0700 993 993 993. Make it quick and sweet for me. I'd love to hear from you. Female callers, it's 014657 190. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Wemimo. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. What's your name?
This is Biri from Yaba.
All right, Biri, welcome. What's your hot take?
I think for me, it's the Olympics. It's totally disgraceful what happened to us. I mean, we're constantly known for bad things. We're constantly embarrassed, in the world. And I personally think the Minister of Sports should actually resign, because it wasn't just, everybody got to see that. Just pathetic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Biri, for calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Wemimo.
Good morning.
My name is Oge. I'm calling from Abulegba.
Welcome, Oge.
Okay, yes. I'm talking in respect to what you spoke about the PSP.
Yeah.
It's highly insensitive of the Lagos State government for them to say that 5,000, 2,000 is too small for people to pay. So now, are you saying that citizens will just only pay just 5,000? Is it the only bill they have to pay? They should make it easy, cheap for people to pay, so that it can be people will readily pay for it. The reason why people pour those things on sewage is because they cannot pay. So make it cheap for them to pay. We have the NEPA bill to pay. You have house rent to pay. You have the food that is on the hike to pay. So is it only PSP that you have to pay as a Lagosian? Please, they should come off it. I beg, and make it cheap for people to pay.
Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. Hello, welcome to Hot Takes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. What's your name?
My name is Sam.
Sam, what's your hot take?
Yeah, this morning is a little more special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of Twitter issue, we don't see me on Twitter anymore. Yeah.
See, it's just very it's so complicated getting in and getting out.
That's true. And God bless you for what you've been doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lady that called. Please, I would like to know on social media and that criticized the last caller. No, it's not.
Oh, before the break, Abby.
Exactly. That was correcting the caller that said Abba Kyari should be free. Nigeria were clamoring, NSAS, do this and that. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, before then, Kyari was the OC of Lagos, of SAS in Lagos. You understand? And there was a man who made a complaint that he was the mastermind who instigated and they collected over 40 million naira from him. FBI is talking now for 8 million naira fraud case, which is a nyag of the money has been accused of several extrajudicial stealing and other things. This will show you that the system is something else.
All right. Thank you very much. I need you to keep it short. There's so many people on the line. I appreciate you calling. Hello. Good morning.
Wemimo.
Yes, sir.
You make sure that shame tries that mile. That man that was calling about Kyari. You wanted to put the shame.
I tire.
You eventually put the shame for his neck. Jonathan is my name.
You're welcome.
I want to talk about this strike for the first time. I've been trying to talk all this while. I call it not pre-Olympic. Right from all of them have not fulfilled whatever they have signed with all these unions. All these leaders have failed this country
All of them. Because they've always been signing, except from Jonathan's time, they've been signing one thing or the other, and they will go back, they will not do it. Up to today. That's over many years ago. How can we run a country like this? It's a shame to all of them. Enjoy your morning.
Thank you very much for calling. I'm coming to Facebook. Don't worry. I'll run through some comments. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank God for another day. My name is Ambrose.
Welcome. What's your hot take?
This our president going to use the UK for medical tourism. So I'm still worried because I think about a nation where we have all these state-of-the-art laboratories and then state-of-the-art medical equipment. Imagine other countries in Africa coming here to Nigeria to get medical tourism. Imagine how much and the people that such an industry could have employed.
Absolutely.
Imagine the dollars that would have saved.
Yes, absolutely.
You know?
And even made.
And made.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at it that if these people in power want to be sincere, they should totally cancel medical tourism for government officials.
All right, thank you. I'm almost out of time, but you're absolutely on point. Oladosu Gbenga on Facebook says, NLC talking about high electricity tariff, drama. They're just toothless dogs barking. FEC trying to budget money for Warri and Kaduna refineries again, says don't mind them. They're collecting money to execute their plans in 2023, says God is watching. Quoting a scripture here for me, thank you. Adeshina Olustrings, Ayontoyibo, good morning. It's the government that should negotiate with the whole people of Nigeria on the humongous salaries they greedily reserve for themselves and government. Negotiating with the doctors alone would not stop the looming dangers. All right. Ikepe Talo says, it's amazing how people will see such rot in the society they inhabit and still say, okay, you guys are having a conversation. Let me just step out of it and allow you have it. Can I take a final one? My time has run away. I've read this before. Senior VP says Nigerian leaders are not serious at all. To be sincere, Nigeria would not develop until we renovate. I don't know how we're meant to renovate, but that's your suggestion. I need to go. It's a wrap from me to you on the show today. Anisha Kerep, I've had fun today. I don't know about you. Friday edition of the Morning Crossfire is a cruise edition. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Jimmy Disu is next at 9 o'clock after the news with Daily Digest. And of course, Monday morning, I'm back here with you on Table Talk. I've got my co-hosts. So I'm bringing you guys, the audience. You're going to be my co-host with me on Monday. Watch out for who's coming on Monday. It plans to be exciting. My name is Wemimo Adewuni. I'm on social media as Wemimo Sports. Join me again.
If you love good food and want it delivered fast, the Jumia Food app.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.